Zach left Springfield to drive towards Houston, 300 miles away. So Houston and Springfield are 300 miles away apart. At the same time that John left Houston towards Springfield, they reached the same point on the highway, let's say somewhere over here, 3 hours later. How fast did each one travel if Zach drove 20 miles an hour faster than John? So here's what I'm going to say. I'm just going to determine that x will be the distance between Springfield and the point on the road where they meet 3 hours later. So if this is x, what is the distance between Houston and that point? That'll be just 300 minus x, right? Because 300 minus x plus x will be 300. Okay, and I already prepared here a little chart for time, speed, and distance for both Zach and John. So Zach's the one going from Springfield towards Houston, and John from Houston towards Springfield. And we know that it took them both 3 hours to get to that point. And for Zach, the distance is just x from Springfield to get to that point. So I'm going to say the distance here is x. For John, the distance is just 300 minus x. Okay, now remember one thing. Time times speed equals distance. Speed is what we have left out here. So I want to isolate it. And speed is distance over time. So distance over time. So for Zach, that's x over 3. And for John, that's just 300 minus x over 3. Well, that's an x right there. It's kind of hard to see, but oh well. And now, we know that Zach drove 20 miles an hour faster than John. So that's Zach's speed right here. So speed, Zach's speed, minus John's speed is 20, because Zach's speed is 20 miles an hour faster or higher than John's speed. Okay, so Zach's speed is just x over 3. John's speed is 300 minus x over 3. That's equal to 20. Right away, I'll multiply both sides of the equation by 3. So here we need to distribute these guys. And 3x over 3 is just x. Over on this side, I have 3 bracket 300 minus x all over 3. The 3's cancel out. Equals 20 times 3, 60. Now let me just continue up here because I'm running out of room down there. So x minus 300 minus x equals 60. So x minus 300, negative, negative make a positive, so we get plus x, because we're distributing like a negative 1 here, right? Equals 60. X plus x, 2x, minus 300 equals 60. So I can add 300 to both sides of the equation. So these guys cancel out. And 2x is equal to 60 plus 300, 360. Divide both sides by 2. And x is 360 divided by 2, 180. So 180 is the distance between Springfield and the point on the road where they meet up. Now the question is, how fast did each one travel? So what was their speed? So Zach's speed. Let's start with Zach's speed. So Zach's speed was x over 3. And x is just 180. So 180 over 3, that's just 60 miles an hour. That's it. Let me just make that more clear. 60 miles an hour. What about John's speed? I guess I'll do it over here. Whoops. John's speed. Now his speed was 300 minus x over 3. And 300 minus 180 is just 120. 120 divided by 3, just 40. He didn't go that fast. So John's speed was 40 miles an hour. And Zach's speed, of course, 60 miles an hour. That's it.